Alright guys, we are back taking another look at the 2000 LP top laner, Xiao Chao Meng, over on the Chinese Super Server. We've got a Sett game today, one of his most comfortable picks, and we're going to be taking a look at how he creates these early game leads and transitions them into taking over these high elo games in 20 minutes or less. So without further ado, let's jump in and see what we can learn. Alright guys, so jumping on in, got the runes on screen. Going to be a pretty standard setup as we switch over to the bone plating in the resolve tree. And he's already hyped. We've got the D-Blade start. Pretty standard into this matchup. Let's see how we play this level 1. Imagine, yeah, Darius has the Ghost Flash. So let's see how we're going to play this level 1. We look for the E. And we accidentally auto minion there, but still a decent little trade. Darius starting Q. So again, I mean, that was nothing crazy, but let's take it back anyway. Not taking a too long of a trade, but again, Darius walks up, dodge the outer Q, and we're going to see XCM a lot of the time as we keep the Conqueror going with those two autos. Again, dodging the Darius E, that's going to be critical in this matchup, and looks like we're going to get a first blood already. Darius probably dying to that. He does have a potion going, so maybe not. But pretty close. But yeah, we're going to see in this matchup quite often XCM using that E to help dodge the outer Q from Darius. He's actually going to look for a dive here. Darius levels up. I think we're probably done here with the tower shot. Definitely. We don't burn flash either. But again, a rare mistake from XCM there. Darius obviously doesn't have TPs, so he can't recall immediately and TP back. So he's going to be in a bit of an awkward position with the wave. We've got Jarvan top side, so it might not be the end of the world. But again, you can see the sort of aggression that you can still output into a matchup like Darius. Don't need to give him too much respect level 1, especially if he does start Q. With your E start, you can dodge that quite easily. And again, I imagine we're just going to wait and not shove this wave. Deny as much of this from Darius as possible. And again, we do have... Well, Jarvan skanked to mid. Probably going to be heading into his bot side. So again, the freeze, even better. Something to pay attention in your own games. It's not just about the 1v1 matchup. You have to be paying attention to both yours and the enemy's jungler. So plan your wave states around that. We know Jarvan's down there, so let's play it a little safe. Let's use W just to proc the bone plating. We missed the E. And I'm going to have to let this wave crash. It's way too big to be fighting in. Especially in these early stages. Give a lot of respect to the minions. It's like an extra champion. And Darius is not going to be able to get a dive off here. Not even attempting to pull us. We're just going to focus on trying to get as many of these as possible. Perfect so far. And I jinx it. The caster curse. Again, notice how we're not looking for any sort of trade unless Darius engages on us. Then we get this huge trade there. Darius is going to hit the 5 stacks, but it doesn't really matter. So we bait the Darius pull. He even hits the outer Q, and then it's just E double auto, Q double auto into the W. Darius looks for the Q flash in. Not going to be quite enough damage there. And the bleed stacks fall off. Wonder if we're going to look for something. We do have Galio coming up. Auto E. Getting the Q off into the W. Galio flashing for the moral assistance there. And let's see again. So we're not looking for the max range E. He did manage to get an auto in. Auto. Really, really nice. Managed to get that, and we need to get this wave shoved in. That is just about perfect timing. If you look at that other wave coming in, use that to judge how to play your current wave. For example, if this wave here was just a little bit further up, you may want to elect to slow push that first wave and then hard push the next. But like I say, perfect timing on that. And we get it in. Recalling, probably looking for the spike. Pretty much always going the spike item, so Gore Drinker or Stride Breaker. In this game, it doesn't look like it's going to be any different. You might have different builds on non-Chinese Super Server builds, but I feel like they really value the early spikes that these items give. As bot lane going to duke it out. And Nico... Oh, wow, that Black Shield lasts forever. It's a 1-for-1 in the end, not too bad. Okay, so how are we going to push this? We're not 6 yet. Darius has the push, so he might actually hit 6 first. As again, we W to proc bone plating. And need to get out of here. Don't want to give the Darius the 5 stacks. We have the squad rolling up. We got Galio with ult. Wonder if we're just going to flash E. No, we're pinging them back. So again, Wing to take off bone plating. And auto, just getting all the autos in the Qs off. Comboing the EW, so it cannot be dodged. Really, really nice. Let's see. So Darius not even 6 here. Again, we tank the Q as well. So you don't even have to worry too much about that, it seems. I mean, obviously Darius is level 5 here. If he's level 6, gonna need to pay a little more respect to that, and we'll see if that does happen. But again, we walk up, get the passive autos, knock the Q on. EW ult doesn't allow the Darius to get any more stacks. We take him down. And it'll be interesting to see what we do here now. I'm guessing we're... Okay, nice little... Okay, that's really, really nice. I don't play a lot of Sett. I'm sure this is hella basic, but... Tanking tower shots to build up the grit for your W. Just to help shove these waves in. You don't know how that works, so Sett W, you build up grit, which is that white bar under his health. When you take damage, and then your W consumes all of that to deal true damage down the center and general damage in that wide sort of cone while giving you a shield. We shove it and reset. I was thinking maybe there was a chance if he was feeling crazy that we were going to try and zone the Darius from the wave because he wasn't level 6 yet, but a little bit too risky as we leave base a little bit too soon. Can probably wait for the core fields. As we do, we head back top. Yone dropping the ignite. We've got Jarvan coming in. Oh, we might actually get the return. The ignite's going to pick it up. I feel like if he wasn't ignited by Galio there might have been a chance to get 2 there. Again, 2 and 1, 8 minutes. And it's, again, we see the W to get the bone plating down. There's nothing Darius can really do about that. Make sure you're timing that right, though. In terms of the range, like that's max range Ws. If you use it sort of the halfway point, you open yourself up to Darius engaging on you with hook or just getting a Q on you. So be wary. Can we walk in? Auto, Q. We don't have an ult here. We do have W. Again, the EW, that does so much damage. And it's just completely inescapable. I want to see that one more time. So what happens here? Darius shoving the wave in. And we're just waiting. We're not going for these E's to engage. We're waiting for Darius to make a mistake. We're saving that E for the W to guarantee it. Because that's where a lot of your damage is coming in. So if we tried an E here, for example, sure, we might dodge the outer Q, but Darius is probably going to fairly easily be able to sidestep the true damage part of W. So we literally are just auto-attacking, Q to reset, and as Darius is getting close to the point where he could execute us, that's when you pull the trigger on the EW. We're going to take him out. Again, I think XM is definitely the best set that I've ever seen. I haven't seen too many that play it to this level of sort of perfection, as we get another EW combo and nice ult time in there to prevent the Echo from using his. So let's watch that one more time. So right now we need to shove this wave in. Recalling here would be a massive int, giving the Darius a way back in. Echo, nice little engage. So we do have flash up as well. So could have even flashed out of that, but we're just going to firm it into the EW. And then again, just gets that one auto attack in and perfectly times the ult there to prevent the Echo from ulting himself. Seems like he's doing that quite often, just getting in these extra autos where you and I may just go for the ability, like when he was using E earlier, it's auto E. He's not just throwing it out there randomly. He's trying to stack those Conqueror stacks. As we might get a nice little bait here. Darius is also going to use his Q. Walks back in. And the 3-man. Not a good day for Darius. As we're not going to stay for tower. I think he wants to extend the laning phase just a little bit more. I spoke about this in another game. You know, sure, it's great to get the first tower gold and the plates, but if you have this much of an advantage, sometimes you want to extend the laning phase a little bit by not taking that tower as soon as possible. Because if you take, for example, that tier 1 tower, you're going to need to start shoving waves all the way down here into tier 2. Otherwise, Darius is going to be able to set up freezes, and then you're just going to lose XP and gold. So, and open yourself up to ganks by having to push the wave that far. So, by keeping the tower up just a little bit longer, gives you more chances to either dive the Darius or proxy or anything like that, and it's just a little bit safer. And you know, at this point you can take this tower whenever you want. If Jarvan came top, they can get this dive off whenever. So we use the Q movement speed to help dodge the Darius Q. Not the best trade, I say. Jesus Christ, it is just back and forth, and the flash ult to secure it. Let's watch that entire thing again. So, got a wave coming in. Now, Sett isn't the champion I'd usually think of as being someone that can effectively harass under tower, but especially against something like a Darius, I'd be terrified of just getting pulled in on one shot. But again, that's why we watch these guys. They know the absolute limits. So we bait an auto, which causes Darius to Q, but we cancel it and then use the Q movement speed just to ensure that we dodge the outer blade. We get one auto off, use the grit, and then we E him in with the perfect gore drink as well, and then it's just auto Qs. And then once he gets into that range, flash ult, even helps you escape, and the tower shot's going to be lovely there, as we said earlier, for the wave clear. Now, question is, do we try and go for first tower now? It's 11 minutes. And how's the rest of the team doing? It's fairly close, so we may decide to take it now. In games where the rest of your team is far ahead as well, then again, you might want to leave this tower up for a little bit longer. But especially on the Chinese super server, they want to create leads ASAP. They're not looking to scale. They're looking to take over. So now he's taken tier 1. Let's see, is he going to go for pushing tier 2? Or is he going to look maybe bot lane or mid? We have decent engage with Jarvan and Galio to play with, but Xayah has just died. We may look to try and defend the bottom tier 1, but then we are giving Darius free golden XP top. But he's got to push it quite far, so let's see what we go for. I imagine he's going to go top. as is the Xiao Chao Meng way of just unrelenting aggression. Probably take Krugs on the way as we wait for the wave to push back. Again, absorbing all the resources when we can, especially with Gore Drinker and now Tiamat. Gonna clear this a lot quicker. Nice W just to pick all those up. It's a lot of gold off those little Krugs. And Darius sort of out of the game right now. Enemy team does have an Echo that was doing okay. Trying to see, he's pressing tab so quick. How this Draven's doing. Keep missing it. 5, 5, and 4. Okay, so enemy team's doing okay. It's 15 to 15 overall. But again, he doesn't fuck around with the rest of the team. He knows that he's massively ahead in this 1v1, and he has the skills to pressure, even under tower. And we're going to shred this tower with just autos and Qs. Darius going to try and prevent it, but... Oh, he actually misses the E as well. It's going to pop Ghost, but it's not going to be enough. We can probably Alt W. As a pathetic Darius ult. But he does get the heal back. Okay, Yone's here. We do have ult. Okay, it's 3v1. Can we trade anything at all? He's holding the W. Really, really nice. No way are we getting two. Damn, that was close though. Look how patient and calm he is with the W there. How many of you would panic, and myself included, and use W way sooner? Like, look how patient he is with this. Also has Gore Drinker, so maybe that's partially why. Like, still holding on to it in this position, because he knows EW is a one-shot on one target. So he's just waiting for that perfect moment. Darius ease him in. Maximum grit. Ease every single person in. One-shots the Darius and has this massive shield now. And almost manages to get the Yone as well. But we get the ult out of him. Very close to being a 1v3 there. Again, it just seems like that EW is just being patient, staying calm. And that's just going to come with experience, guys. Like, the more games you have on this champ, similar to Fiora, I guess, her W, and not panicking and just using it randomly in these more hectic fights. But, man, just so calm with it. And that's why he can get away with playing as aggressively as he does, because, like I say, he's got to be the world's best Sett. I've never seen anyone with just such crisp animation cancels and the weaving of auto attacks and just being so consistent on the pick. I know, it looks like he's just having fun. Like, doesn't even look like he's taking it seriously. Again, you shove waves in your free time. You don't have to look for roams, but just be consuming resources. Krugs are a great one for it. Enemy Grump's always going to be there as well when you're that far shoved up. As again, we're not going to any other lane. There's a lot of action elsewhere. 18 to 19. Team is not doing too hot. But we are just keeping this pressure going. Have the sweeper, and like I say, Grump's going to be here 90% of the time when you've got this much of a lead. Taking that away. Might even look for wolves. As there may be a dragon fight. And again, any decent jungler is going to know that you're doing this, and it de-incentivizes them to even bother coming topside, because if they can't get a kill on you, it's not like they can farm anything. And when you're this far ahead, the chances of them actually killing you are pretty slim anyway. And then that just lets you absolutely snowball. As we might even look for Rift here. Looking for the Scuttle first, but doesn't seem like it's up. Grab the Shelly. As we're sitting at 10 CS per minute. Titanic completed now. Shredding with these autos and Qs. As Jarvan going to come along for the assist. And it's a rare opportunity for us to actually move and roam. We wait for the echo. I'm guessing we're just going to W flash maybe. There we go. Nice little shutdown. Still got ult. Oh, he just slides past. Wonder if we could have maybe got him. And saves the Nico. But either way, get the kill. We have the Rift now, so we'll crack mid tower. We might drop it and just run top, but I doubt it. Rest of the enemy team as well. Nice little juke there. Aren't going to know how much damage he's dealing as Morg walks up. Perfect timing on the Black Shield with the E. That's literally like mid animation of the E that falls off. Pulls her in. And again, 2.7k. Wonder what we'll be going for here. Maybe Cleaver he sometimes build, but I don't know if he's going to need it. Just going for straight movement speed. I was going to say 8 and 2 at 17 minutes. They probably haven't got much armor to shred. And they've got a fair amount of AP on their team with Morgan Echo. And skill shots to dodge. Again, we didn't drop the Herald, so we're going to drop it to try and get tier 1, or we're just going to hold it. Dragon's coming up in 60 seconds. Let's have a gander. Yeah, let me know, guys. Have you been playing any new champs in the top lane recently? I know I did the AP Varus video yesterday. Still been playing that today. Still think that is super fun pick. If you haven't tried that already, give it a go. Silas top as well. That was one. Again, I think we saw from Xiao Chao Meng. Super, super fun. A lot stronger than I would have thought it would be. As we're just going to completely ignore this Yone as we build up the grit. I think we just about missed the true damage there. As I think Yone is going to chance it soon. Misses the knock up as we miss our E. Walking near this wall is a bit dangerous. Doesn't give us a lot of room to maneuver around the Yone ult. As we fight over these little Krugs. We're going to use that little one to help with the stun there. And again, the E. Boom. Taking him out. Yeah, let's take a look. So E with the mini Krug to get the stun. Perfectly timing those autos. And the W to finish off. Like, Sett isn't the most mechanically intense champion, don't get me wrong, but he still plays it like noticeably better than a lot of other Setts that I've watched. So when people talk about skill ceilings and stuff, I know some champs going to have it higher. Like, I'm not comparing this to, say, an Aurelia or Riven or something like that, but to get to this level with it, it's going to take a lot of practice. But clearly paying off dividends. Going to run top now. 9 and 2 at this point. Almost 10 CS a minute. Again, going to pick up the Krugs. This is, what, third time now? Don't know how much gold you get from Krugs, but try and do the mental mess now. 25 plus, let's say, so it's about 100 gold, so 300 extra gold from doing that 3 times. Not to mention the XP. But just staying active on the map at all times. And there's no sort of indecision about his movements. He takes a look at what's happening with the waves and the map as we're gliding over. And he sticks with that decision. He doesn't go back and forth, back and forth. Indecision will be the death of you. As we use the Q for the movement speed and just instantly going to ult him. Yone's a freebie. As we slam the Draven on top of him. The frustration. We have gone tabbies this game, so those more queues are going to be pretty irritating, and we've gone alacrity. We did pick up unflinching in the resolve tree, so I do have a bit of tenacity coming through as we're fighting over vision in that. Again, constantly taking away these camps. I thought Echo might go for that. Do still have W. It's going to pick up the spot wave. Team's going to get the Baron. Remember, when there are these massive objectives up, Dragons or Barons, don't feel like you always have to group with the team. You can create even better opportunities for them by being on the opposite side of the map when you're this far ahead. Darius cannot match the Sett, as we've seen. It's going to take 2 or 3 members of the enemy team to come and deal with him. So make use of that. Drag enemies to the opposite side of the objective that you want to contest. Don't feel like, you know, the team's maybe not doing so well and you're like 11 kills worth of the team's gold and that you have to be there to help them. It's a trap mentality. Just keep splitting, get that tower gold, draw pressure, and your team will slowly start to get back into the game through the advantages that you're given. And look at the range on this Q movement speed. So we flash max range on the Morgana. No chance for her. And looks like we're going to stay and try and get this inhib tower. Okay, no one wants to walk up. Even Yone, not even bothering to look for poke with his E. Even that doesn't feel safe enough right now. So again, you damage the Sett, you're opening yourself up to get one shot. Half his health, just like that, gone. And we're pinging that we're going in. We use the Q for move speed. Grab him. Being very aware of the utility that the team's providing in that Galio ult. We're trying to help peel for the Xayah as we gore drink. W, huge damage there onto Morgana. And again, it's just a tricky champ to deal with when you're this far ahead. So like I say, even the Yone, who can poke with decent safety, you just don't want to build up the grit stacks because you're going to get one shot. And there we go. What's that? 12, 2, and 6 as we finish that game. And yeah, like I say, almost the perfect Sett player in my opinion. If you are a Sett player yourself, would highly recommend if you don't already check Xiao Chao Meng's VODs out. Can learn a lot from them. And again, I'm not the biggest Sett player, but just little things in that matchup. So not being too passive level 1, starting E. If you think Darius has gone Q, I'm not sure how it changes if he goes W, but you can take those short trades with E and disengage, and it helps you dodge the outer Q as well. And yeah, in terms of combos, the main thing was just not panicking with the W. There was that 1v3 that we saw. You know, that could have gone a lot worse had he panicked and pressed his W early, but he waits for that perfect opportunity to land the 3-man E and instantly one-shot someone, and then using your ult, not just for damage and AoE damage, but sort of thinking about it as a way to CC as well. We saw that with the Echo. You know, EW into an auto and then ulting, and that prevented him from using his ult and potentially shutting us down. So yeah, patience and aggression. I know that sounds sort of like opposites, but seems like you've got to find that balance to make this pick work, as well as Xiao Chao Meng. But yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed that game. Let me know if there's any other champions or players you want me to check out. I'm happy to do more on Xiao Chao Meng. Might do some more 14 Fiora or JJ King. But yeah, let me know if there's any other people you want me to check out. And other than that, I will see you guys in the next one. And if you like the video, drop it a like and subscribe if you feel like it. And yeah, I'll catch you in the next one, guys. Thanks for watching.